many of us, bits and bytes, zeros and ones don't make a lot of sense, but for Mihayo Wilmore, it's booming business. UhuruOne makes surfing the net easier to the public and is growing fast.
UhuruOne is an ISP, which is basically an internet service provider. We provide internet to homes, SMEs, small and medium enterprises, and also corporate customers. We try to keep our costs very low for our customers because we believe that the barrier to entry for a lot of users in Tanzania and in most of Africa is the actual cost of internet. We specialize in one area whereby we simply do not charge the customer for the equipment, which is one of the biggest barriers of entry. So the equipment that we put on the customer premises belongs the property of UhuruOne, and that way it becomes easier for a customer to start up with us.
So, easier access for users and business. But how did they get where they are today?
We started the company in 2009. We actually acquired shares in an existing company, which was a reseller for internet for the national provider, which is TTCL. When we acquired this company, it was doing pretty well. But the problem was that the TTCL stopped reselling their bandwidth to small users. And when the CCOM cable landed, what happened was you got in excess bandwidth, meaning that there was more supply of internet bandwidth than there was users. So we saw an opportunity whereby you buy a bulk, basically you buy wholesale, and you sell retail. Now, of course, the idea is that you get enough economies of scale in the retail market to cover your wholesale cost. Of course, in addition to that, you have to also factor in an adoption phase. So what we did in our first year is basically we did a pilot. The 6 of us said, okay, this year we're not going to make a profit. We all banded together, put in $200,000, and we started a network just on Samora Avenue. Within a few days, we noticed that there were 600 customers. And we said, okay, this looks like a great idea. We need to put more money.
The demand for internet nowadays is so great, UhuruOne decided to sell their internet by offering it in local shops. The vouchers give access to Wi-Fi signals all over the city, making it easier to get connected.
This is our super dealer. He stocks about $40,000 worth of vouchers a month that he redistributes in Dar es Salaam for us. And this makes it very easy for our customers to get access to the network, meaning that once they see the signal, they actually just purchase the voucher. And once they've purchased the voucher, they just enter it into the splash page and they continue using UhuruOne.
It's a sale. You see it immediately online. Okay. And you can then link it with your backend systems to see how big it's activated as well. So
what we've seen is that there's a lot of people who've shown interest internationally that, okay, we like what you're doing. We're getting a lot of support from USAID. We're working with them on a project in Mtwara, whereby we're going to connect 663 schools. We're working on e-learning in terms of working with a company called Fusion Universal. And Fusion Universal basically looks at how to get people using computers and how to get people connected to the computer and giving them the best education and the trends on how actually kids do that. This is basically our CSR initiative. We believe that as much as we can sell to a community, we should also provide to those who cannot afford. I mean, this is a government girls' school. I mean, you can see from the windows and stuff, it's not the most ideal schools. This is one of the best schools back before, during independence, that some of even the ministers, the female ministers have come out of. Some of the accountants, politicians have come out of this school. but as you can see, it's not in the best of state. So it is our responsibilities as corporate citizens to Tanzania to do this. I mean, we're not a wealthy company, but the least that we can do is provide internet and access to technology in these communities. And what we've done here is we've provided them with a free 1 megabit internet connection, just so that the students can have experience to the internet, in collaboration with Digital Links, who have supplied the computers, and also Fusion Universal, who have also provided the software to get them started in learning how to use a computer and what is ICT and how ICT can impact their lives. There's a lot of frustrations in Dar es Salaam, like any big urban city, especially for young women. And these are women who are coming into their own. So it is extremely important for them to be able to vent, to speak out. They want to search on pregnancy, they want to search on diseases, they want to search on sexuality. It is easier to do it from the privacy of your computer or the public computer in the school than it is to go and ask your mother, your father, where you might, you don't know what the reaction of your parents might be. You might have a boyfriend, or you might have certain emotions that you're trying to explore. Not necessarily that you're in any sort of activities in relation to that, but this is a way for people to communicate and to see how to deal with various issues. This is the community that you make money from. These are the future, in terms of the girls, these are the future customers. If they experience UhuruOne at school, then when they get into the corporate world, what other ISP would they choose? So we're developing a market. So as much as you want to call it a CSR, it is also market development. If you get less than 5 million users in the next 4 or 5 years, then who are you going to be selling internet to for UhuruOne? Because these girls have internet at school. When they finally can afford internet in their homes, we hope to be the provider for them.